So hey guys, it's time for a stream of consciousness horror movie video. And what we're talking about today, werewolves. I recently picked up, well actually last night I was at Dominion getting my groceries and I picked up American Werewolf London Full Moon Edition. Joe Says Horrors responded saying that werewolves was his favorite of the monsters. And I gotta agree there, Joe. Werewolves are really, really cool. I grew up in the perfect time for them. I grew up in the 80s, which may seem like, wasn't the 80s a slasher time? Yeah, 80s was pretty much a slasher time, but we had a lot of werewolf and monster stuff too. People tend to see the whole subgenre of slashers and stuff in the 80s and don't tend to remember some of the other stuff that we did. For instance, we had a TV series called Werewolves that starred John J. York and Chuck Connors about a heroic werewolf character trying to control the werewolf inside of him after being bitten by his friend, and having to hunt down the pack leader, played by Chuck Connors, only to find out that Chuck Connors may not be the actual pack leader after all. And in order to cure his curse, he has to kill the first person, the leader. I personally love the show. It came out around the same time that I like to think, I could be wrong on this one, about 21 Jump Street. And I'm not sure if they're on the same channel or I just watched them on the same channel because I live in Canada. But then again, I remember Adventures of Beans Baxter, and I'm pretty sure nobody here is going to remember that show but me. I'll be right back because knocking on the door. And I'm back. So let's talk more about these werewolf movies. What's your favorite werewolf movie? I'd like to know, because it's really hard for me. I love The Howling. I think it's an incredible movie. It has great actors, some amazing special effects, one of the most amazing transformation sequences in film. But then American Werewolf in London, and again another incredible film, great actors, horrific and funny at the same time. Rick Baker's the transformation with David Naughton is freaking incredible. Werewolf movies just have such fun to them. They tried to make a comeback in the early 90s with a couple of movies like Bad Moon and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it didn't do it, and it's really such a shame. Because when a werewolf movie comes around, I find that unless it's really done bad, I really enjoyed them. I enjoyed The Wolfman in 2010. I thought it was a really good nod to both the old Wolfman series and to the Paul Naschy films. My dad is a huge Paul Naschy fan, and he actually got to correspond with Paul Naschy before Paul Naschy passed on, which I'm so glad because my dad has always been a huge fan of that actor, and he brought that love onto me of the Spanish horror stuff of Naschy and guys like that, and I truly thank him for that because it's really good to have someone that can share the love of that stuff. And my dad definitely did that when it came to the horror, just like my mom when it came to a lot of the mystery stuff. She liked a lot of the true mysteries, and that's how a lot of the slashers got to me. To be honest with you, a lot of them were actually like murder mysteries, and she would take him a lot of those murder mysteries. She'd say go out and get a movie, rent a movie, and I knew that if I get off with a slasher because it was more, if it had like a murder element to it. So I managed to get them into the house that way. So thanks, Mom, for that. Werewolves have always been fun films. I mean, right back to the Sam Katzman, the werewolf, the science fiction type werewolf character, or if the Howling movies. Yeah, they got some of them got pretty bad, but overall they're fun movies. Back in the 80s, in about 86, I think, Silver Bullet came out, and I really, really loved that movie. Corey Haim, unfortunately, he's passed on, and Megan Follows, one of my big crushes from when I was a kid. She actually played Anne Gables. I'm Canadian, so yeah. Anyway, some great werewolf films out there. Silver Bullet, I strongly recommend. Very great film, very 80s. Gary Busey's in this one. Who the werewolf turns out to be is really cool. It's pretty obvious. I'll be honest. It's pretty obvious who it's going to be. You can almost want to put ominous music every time the person comes on the screen. But it's extremely well done. Silver Bullet is a damn good movie, and it touches on a lot of different aspects and basically how community responds to the threat. The first three Howling films. Actually, the first. I like. Screw it. I like the first six Howling films. Even the worst one there has something. I like the Howling. I like the Bruce Payne one, where it's a werewolf versus the vampires type of thing. I like the murder mystery Howling film, Part 5. I really like that one. I really think that one's underrated. I love Part 4 because it's the closest to the book. Part 3 is cheesy as hell, and every time I watch it, I just get a little bit more out of it. It's one of those movies that, this is such a horrible, horrible movie, but I find something that I enjoy with it different every time I go in. It's like, is this actually a really good movie and I'm unaware? Probably not, but I just had fun with it. And Howling 2 as Christopher Lee and Sybil Danning and her breasts. And as a teenage boy, I really appreciated all those things being on screen at the same time, especially the ending of Howling 2. Really, guys, check it out. Werewolves have been great over the years, whether we're watching Werewolf of London, The Wolfman, of course, with Lon Chaney Jr. and Bela Lugosi, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, or just your typical average cheesy movie with the werewolf in it. Return of the Vampire has a werewolf as a assistant to Bela Lugosi, where you get to see Bela Lugosi playing Dracula without being allowed to play Dracula because it's by a different company. It's one of my favorite genres, and I just wanted to come in and talk about it, one of my favorite monster genres, and just to say, what do you think? Are you a werewolf fan? Are you one of those, I can't kind of get into it? Or what do you like? What's your favorite werewolf movie? Do you think that they should have done more of them? Or did you, or if you're younger, maybe you came in the time that, you know, The Wolfman may have been like The Wolfman with Del Toro may have been your first werewolf movie. Or maybe you watched the old Universal classics and you got to see them there. Or hey, maybe Bad Moon in the 90s might have been one of your first werewolf movies. Or if you're a 70s guy, maybe it was the, oh my god, my mind is totally blank on what it was. Albert Finney was in it. Come on, guys. One of you guys right now are saying, I know what the name of that movie. And that would be, totally not looking it up. Totally. Wolfen. Ha, didn't have to look it up. The Wolfen. Great film, very different werewolf type film. And of course, maybe some of you guys remember good old Jack as in the movie Wolf. Not one of my favorites, but it was okay for what it was. But I love werewolf movies, and if you want me to name my favorites, I really don't know. I love The Howling. That's definitely one of my favorites. The American Werewolf of London, another favorite of mine. Silver Bullet, I love. Of course, The Wolfman and the new Wolfman remake with Benicio del Toro. I really did like that movie. I thought it was really cool. And I like Panashi. Curse of the Devil is an amazingly fun film. A werewolf versus the vampire woman. Really cool stuff. I mean, seriously, guys. You can get some of these on cheap things, but if you can get the really good ones, the really remastered ones on good labels, they're harder to find a lot nowadays, but if you can find them, pick them up. It's just really fun stuff to do. It's Halloween month. We look at all the slashers and the horrors and the different stuff. Let's give the werewolf some credit. Let's let that shaggy-eyed monster did that come out inappropriately? Let's let the werewolf. Let's watch at least one werewolf movie for Halloween. At least one. Choose one. Or just do a double feature. There you go. Yeah. Do a double feature. Take one night and do a double feature. I swear if this is not a message, I'm going to scream. I'm not going to scream. And with that being said, before I ramble on anymore, just give me your comments down below. Hit the like button. Really appreciate when you do. And let me know what your favorite monster is, what your favorite werewolf is, your favorite werewolf movie. And no, I did not forget the Hammer movie Curse. Yeah, I kind of did. But I love that movie. Oliver Reed's amazing. He's incredible in that film. And The Boy Who Cried Werewolf. Another film I love. See, there's so many. I can keep going on and rambling and thinking of werewolf movie after werewolf movie. Legend of the Werewolf. See? There's just more and more and more. You tell me what your favorite is. I've rambled on and let you know what mine is. But here, a stream of consciousness video. Don't do a lot of these. Well, they're all kind of stream of consciousness videos, but this was one where I didn't take out any movies to look at or didn't watch anything. I just got a topic, wanted to go with it, say, okay, let's talk werewolves, and that's what we did. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. It is now, I've been watching this kind of calling to me. And you notice it's the Starbucks mug from over in Morocco when I was over there. So great place. I want to go back there with my kids as soon as I can, actually. Thanks for watching, guys, and it really is time for tea.